Okay, welcome everyone to our Mishna Yomis here on this wonderful Monday evening, and we are holding in the fifth parak at Mishna Ches and Mishna Tes, and we're sponsored Nishmas David ben Chaim, L'Refuah Shalema for Yomis Mechai Sarah, Yaakov ben Basilea for the Schus of Avram and Yom Ben Shbemak Yudis and family. We also learn, sponsored by the Fisher family, L'Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shalem ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain, by Yoel Klugman and family, and the L'Refuah Shalema for Mishmeah ben Esther Fradel, for Chana Bas Shoshabina, Avigdor Ayer ben Rivka, Hinda Bas Chaya Sarah, Yitzhak ben Sia Medusha, Rivka Bas Shira Leah, and Meir ben Chaya Sarah. They should have a L'Refuah Shalema b'Sei Sharcha Yisrael. The Mishnah tells us, Shiva mine per aniyos ba'in la'olam, 7 types of retribution comes to the world, al shiva gufei avera, caused by 7 categories of sin. Miksasan ma'asrin and miksasan einan ma'asrin. If some Jews take the tithes and some don't, then Rav shel batzara yisba, a famine because of a drought comes to the world. It rains in some places. It doesn't rain in other places. Miksas and re'evim, some go hungry, or miksas and seveim, some are full, depending if they gave the tithes or not. Gamnu shaloi la'aser, if people in general stop tithing, then Rav shel mahuma v'shel batzaris ba, a famine of drought aggravated by enemy soldiers living in your midst, procuring food from other places very difficult, comes. If they stop taking the reishis arisei seichem, the first of the dough, rov shel kliyaba, then famine that causes death and destruction will come. Deva ba'laylam, a plague comes to the world, like COVID, Rahman al-Itzlan, al misas ha'amuris b'Torah, on deaths that are said in the Torah, shalei nimseru lebezdin, that's not given over to bezdin. In other words, if there's chorus for sleeping with a sister, or eating chaylev, or eating dam, or if a person killed someone but he didn't get asra, or there wasn't witnesses. Va'al perish shvius, and also for doing commerce with fruit during the Shemitah year. Cherev ba'laylam, the sword of war comes to the world, al inu yadin, for a corruption of judgment, inu yadin means a delaying of judgment, where the court knows a decision but delays rendering it, val ivis adin, and for corrupt justice, val amorim b'Torah shaloi kalach, and those that paskin not according to the law. Mishnah tells us, Chaya Rabba Alaylam, dangerous beasts come to the world, Al Shvuz Shav, for vain oaths, Val Chila Hashem, for the desecration of Hashem's name, Golis Ba'alaylam, exile comes to the world, Al Avedazar, for idolatry, Val Gilei Arois, for immorality, Val Shlichas Dam, for bloodshed, Val Hashmotas Ha'aretz, and for not keeping the Shemitah. There is an increase of plague and pestilence at 4 times of the Shvius cycle, of the 7-year cycle. Baravias in the 4th year, Bashvias in the 7th year, B'motzai Shvius right after Shemitah, or B'motzai Chag Shebechol Shana V'Shana, after Sukkot, which is after the harvest of every year. And now it explains. But Revius in the 4th year, because during the Shvius cycle, the 3rd and the 6th year is when you're supposed to give Meiser Ani. The 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th year is Meiser Sheni. The 3rd and the 6th year is Meiser Ani. So, Baravias, there will be plague in the 4th year, Meiser Ani Shebeshlishis, because they were derelict of giving the poor tithe in the 3rd year. Bashvias in the 7th year, because they were derelict of giving the Meiser Ani in the 6th year. Or B'motzai Shvias, because they were derelict in making their fruit available to the poor during the Shemitah year. mimnei perish shvius. Ubamotzi achag shebechol shana v'shana, and after Sukkot every year, because Sukkot is the Chag Osif, the festival of ingathering. We are supposed to give the matnas aniyim, the payah, the corner of the field, the leket, the gleanings that fell from the reaper, the olulois, the weak clusters, the shikka, the forgotten sheaf, the peret, the grapes that fell down. If they didn't give these matnas aniyim, then there was a plague after Sukkot every year, mipnei gezel matnas aniyim, because of the stealing of the gifts of the poor. Okay, as we advance through this amazing Masechta, again, once again, it's coming on a Tuesday. I did not yet get a sponsor to sponsor this week's Chumash Shir. It's the 4th week in a row that I didn't get a sponsor readily for the Chumash Shir. 718-916-3100. Please, somebody come forward. rmmwsi@aol.com. You can text me at 718-916-3100 and have a wonderful evening.